Sara, Sharif. The thing is, I think we become numb, don't we? And rightly so, to some of the things that happen in life. So when we talk about that young girl, or when we talked about the things that were done to her, you know, we shut off, don't we? We really do shut off, because the things that were done to her were truly evil. And that's a small child, you know, the fear, a last minutes on this earth and that. It's terrible. So her father was in Belmarsh. He got the tuna tin lid treatment. Sadly, street justice, he survived, not life-threatening injuries. He then went to Franklin, where there's the brotherhood, you know, certain religion, protected, whether that's him being extorted or his family paying money willingly or otherwise for his protection, because he's not used to anyone, is he? He's not a bouncer, he's not muscle. So in Franklin prison, you know, he's not like a force to be reckoned with. However, one day, we never know, they might call on him to do something. You know, maybe to get an agitator on the wing, the brotherhood. They want him done in, hot water, sugared, liquid napalm, stabbed even. Maybe they'll call on him. And maybe, if he doesn't do what's required of him, then they will turn on him. But let's talk about his brother, because that's another creature. Yeah, or her uncle, whether it's his brother or his partner's brother. He got 16 years in. Now, that's no mean sentence, is it? 16 years helping to facilitate young, pretty girls' death. Going along with it, like you would, wouldn't you? Awful, truly awful. And he was at Belmarsh. Probably his arse fell out when his brother was tuna tinned. Yeah? We know what I mean. But now he's being moved and there's a bit of an outcry. People aren't happy. In the article, he's gone to Lincoln Prison. So it talks about Lincoln Prison being a holiday camp. A word from our sponsors. No, some of our subscribers. Yeah, prison used to be tough. A lot of people think prison should go back to how it was. Maybe it should. Better facilities. We don't want slopping out. But maybe, you know, proper organised bang up. But in order to do that, you need a lot of screws. Yeah, and you need male screws, because he was disciplined then. It wasn't good. You got the bully boys. The bully boys could operate. However, a lot of old lags, old-time cons, said time used to go better. You know, there's very little time out of cell, exercise. That's it, possibly collecting your meals and slopping out. But there's no prison camps now. One, the staffing levels are horrendous. Yeah. And they haven't got the right people. We haven't got the right people doing that job. So Lincoln, it's got facilities. Painting and decorating, bricklaying courses. See, the thing a lot of us forget, some bad people in prison, but a lot are not bad. You know, minor offences. Point and fact, Southport, what happened there? You know, violent disorder, which we all know wasn't violent disorder, don't we? There was people who were out there, no political agenda, who will always take advantage of situations like that. So Lincoln Prison, yeah, it's got facilities, because that's what we need to do. We need to give people skills, because it's very difficult when you get out of prison. You know, you're not a major criminal. Even, again, some people think everyone in prison is a scumbag, including the staff. There you go. We need to give them something. So he's gone there. Now, the fact there's an article out, maybe somebody will see that, they'll realise who he is, and guess what? There'll be some justice for him. People can't understand why he's being moved to a custody jail. He's got 16 years. I can't really. He should have gone to dispersal, long-term prison, Franklin's, Woodhills, and the like. Full Sutton, maybe. He should have gone to a long-term prison. But he's a custody nick now, but people know he's there and know who he is, facilitating the death of that beautiful young child. But yeah, facilities, there is stuff. You know, we need to give stuff. Strangeways, when I were there, the best 2 attended courses where people would get paid to work, not a lot, might I add, however, with a brickies shop, yeah, where they could learn a trade, go out and earn some coin, and the plastering shop, plasterers can make money hand over fist. You try and get a plasterer, a good plasterers so they could make money. So lads attended, they were regularly attended and oversubscribed. What happened to them 2 shops at Strangeways, workshops where people go Monday to Friday, 4.5 days learning a trade? What happened to them? They got rid of them for office space. That shows you the priorities, doesn't it? But let me tell you a little story about Lincoln. I went there after the riots, I don't know, 2003, 2004. You could look it up. Oh my God, it was wrecked. I'd never seen anything like it. I went onto a wing. Now, Lincoln is an old Victorian jail. They still had some wooden doors, which are considerably easy to take off and smash up and get to people behind them than the metal doors, cell doors. It was trashed. Doors off, mattresses, wing flooded. I believe one lad died, drowned. It was trashed. And we were there because they had all the prisoners moved onto other wings, 2 in a cell. So 2 screws from other nicks, prison officers, 2 from Lincoln, and 2 coppers, I believe it was, went in cell by cell, bagging and tagging for forensics, because there'd been some bad assaults. Yeah? There was one cell, though, that I had the privilege of seeing. I say privilege, it made me sick. Yeah? Where a certain ex-member of Parliament, a well-published author, shall we say, resided. I went in the cell. It's a Victorian jail. I've been looking at cells all morning, searching, strip searching people. You know, it was quite a, shall we say, arse-clinching morning, because people, they'd rioted, they just rioted. They were angry, pissed off. We're going in, taking all the stuff off them, giving them prison-issue clothing, taking the trainers and the like, forensics. Yeah, arse-clinching. Weren't good. Anyway, this cell, it was different. It was painted nicely. Now, I might be exaggerating. My memory might be playing tricks, but it was very, very different. I looked in that cell. I looked in another cell. Boom. What the fuck's this? Picture of the lad who'd resided in that cell with this ex-MP. Yeah, ex-MP who got special privileges. Went to reception quite often in the day and came back very late at night. He obviously won't be going out of the prison, would he? Because it was a category B establishment. Nobody leaves a category B establishment. He won't be getting special food let out to the servery or food brought to his cell for him and his cellmate, would it? No. No special privileges in prison for ex-MPs. Quite definitely there was. Anyway, guys, I'm just going to leave it there. It's out now. People know the uncle, despicable creature that he is, 16 years. He's not in dispersal, he's at Lincoln Nick. Maybe in a bricky class. That'd be a dangerous place to be, wouldn't it? In fact, anywhere might be a dangerous place for him now. Maybe people don't know who he is. Maybe he's got his head down. Street justice, though, you know, it is a thing. Again, it's a beautiful day. Try and get out. Even if it's only on your doorstep, get some vitamin D, some sunshine. A lot of shit going down in this country now. We really need to stick together. Our Brian in there. Yeah. God bless you all. Thanks for your continued support. Thanks for coming. Sit down, you. Sit down. Good boy. I'll sit there.